Yeah, obviously a challenging season on the face of it, but yeah, like you said, lots of positives to take. I think firstly, being a part of a team like Prema in a championship like this has been an incredible experience for me. They operate at such a high level and clearly dominating all the junior ranks. So to be a part of that has been really, really cool, and for sure I've learnt a huge amount with that. From my side and a results point of view, of course, it's been really disappointing and more frustrating not to be able to maximise the opportunity I've had. But ultimately lots of lessons have been learnt, there's some positives, and hopefully it makes me a stronger driver going forwards. Good question. It's interesting because a lot of new tracks, and probably my favourite has to be the one I went the worst at, which is probably a bit weird, but Mugello. Mugello and Imola are two, I think, big standouts. We saw them on the F1 calendar this year, and to race those for the first time was really cool. Yeah, really exciting for W Series. I think it's a big step for them. Huge news in the sense that it's going to just go on strength to strength and continue to grow. From my perspective, it's not confirmed yet. It's what I'm going to do next year, but it's an exciting thing to have as an option potentially. Yeah, definitely. I think, to be on that kind of platform and to get that kind of attention and exposure is a huge step, but also to be racing on those weekends in front of the right people and at the circuits that potentially, we're going to want to go on to race at with either F3, F2 and ultimately Formula One. I think it's really, really important. Yeah, obviously same chassis will definitely help. It's been quite different this year. I think the adjustability you have within a team does make it quite different, and like you said, the tyres. A lot of experience has been taken from a year like this year, so definitely going to help me whatever I go into next year. Yeah, so the test was so exciting. Honestly, I don't think I've enjoyed an experience in a car that much for a very long time. It's a really exciting new up-and-coming championship. Obviously, the focus is on raising awareness for climate change, but also gender equality, which are two things that I'm quite excited to be sort of representing, and also to be doing it with Veloce. They manage me outside of the Extreme E car, so the team. So for them to have got an Extreme E team, and then for me to have been able to get the seat with them, it's an amazing thing. Not at all. I don't think rallying is something that I thought I'll go in the direction of, but actually I think there's a lot I can learn from it. But the Extreme E car is interesting because it's not just a rallying style that's required. There is quite a big crossover between circuit stuff, so hopefully I can bring a bit of experience from my side in that sense, and obviously learn a huge amount. And the more I can do and the more I can prepare, I think the better. Yeah, I think the thing is no one really knows what it's going to be. There's a lot of unexpected. I think the circuit we drive on has to be a circuit, but it has to be able to take, I think how many cars there are going to be on the grid. So we have to be able to race each other. So it's got to be quite wide. There won't be one obvious line like maybe some rallying stages have. And I think you can learn the circuit a bit. So from that side of things, it will definitely suit me and maybe the rallycross drivers, because you can learn and take reference. But at the same time, it's going to be a loose material. The surface isn't going to be grippy. So the rally guys are definitely going to have a bit of an advantage there. So it's going to be hard to predict who's going to have the biggest advantage. I think from my perspective, the rallycross guys will probably have the most close experience. But there's no reason why we can't learn as much as possible and catch up with that. Yeah, I really want to. That race is really close to my heart. I really enjoy that race a lot. And obviously the relationship with Aston Martin has been ongoing for the past few years. So of course I'd love to continue that. And I think just keep as much of a versatile career as possible, do as much different stuff. And fortunately that seems to help me in whatever I go on to do. Yeah, it's obviously just different. It's just a learning thing for me. I think in this phase of my career, like I said before, I'm not from a motor racing background. So in this sort of stage of my career, which is relatively junior, the more I can do and the more I can learn in everything I do, I think the better. Yeah, in sports cars, I think the whole thing is just going with a completely fresh mental approach, learning different skills there, and then taking a few bits that I learned there into single-seaters and vice versa. So yeah, it's an important process for me, and I think I'll continue that next year with the Extreme E stuff as well. Not so much. You know, I'm on a yearly contract, but I hope to continue that into next year. I think the relationship that I've got with them is really good, and yeah, it's an amazing thing to be part of a Formula One team, and to be part of Williams as well is something that I'm really proud of, and yeah, of course want to continue next year.
And thank you very much for your time.
No worries, cheers.